What's going on, guys? Just going through the brand new guys today, coming at you with a brand new JSkeleton Rants, my friends. So this topic is going to be one of the first topics we get a little bit more intense. The last video we got a little bit more intense with the supply drop issue, and I got pretty passionate about that one. But this one I feel super strongly about, and I'm not really sure how to fully explain myself. I do and I don't. So if I repeat myself a little bit, just bear with me. I'm going to try my best not to. And I'm going to try really hard not to focus on one particular channel or person in this topic. But I might end up mentioning them more than I mean to. So again, bear with me. There's no trash talking against anyone meant to, there's no trash talking that's meant out of this. But I do feel like a statement needs to be made. And it's, like I said, it's something I feel really strongly about. And it's a moral issue. And so I guess let's just jump into it. You guys can tell by the title, obviously by now. This has to do with YouTubers and people, kind of sexualizing thumbnails and their videos, basically, if you will. Their titles, their thumbnails, whatever. Now, the media has been doing this for many years, and it's not cool. It's not something I condone whatsoever. It's not something I'm okay with. It's not something I find, cool in any sense. It's not. It's just simply not. And this is just something that's been going on and on and on. A lot of YouTubers do it, man. They put like really trashy, sleazy pictures in their thumbnails. It gets them views. And it's not even a fact about it being clickbait. That's a whole different topic. We talked about clickbaiting. That's not the problem. The problem is the moral issue behind it. It's just not right. It's not appropriate. Okay? It's wrong. It's just flat out wrong. You can agree with me or not. Morals are not subjective. Morals are ingrained in your conscience, and you either ignore them and have a desensitized conscience to whatever level, or you listen to your conscience and you have, a higher, more sensitive conscience, if you will. So, a lot of you guys have no idea, because I never really made a big deal out of it. I never really mentioned it because I was like, I wasn't trying to, gain attention from it. But I was on the Chaos Unsilenced News team for a while. Okay, I mean for a while, like maybe a couple months, to be honest. And basically, the news team would just find articles, stuff, you know what I mean? I would always try to find stuff that was appropriate. It was just interesting articles that, Jimmy might want to cover, I would try to find stuff that was, kind of chill, it could be like, oh, look at this big, like, attraction, like a glass slide on the top of a skyscraper, for example, or different things with Pokemon Go, or, different things like that. I'll try to find some more chill stuff and things that were in line with my conscience, if you will. And so there was a couple things that he would start to cover here and there that I was like, that's not really cool, but I didn't think a lot of it because it wasn't super frequent at the time. At least it didn't seem like it. But it seemed to be more frequent that he was covering more like sexualized topics. And his thumbnails were getting more and more sleazy and trashy, and I was just like blown away. And again, this is not meant to trash talk. I need to make the distinction that trash talking is more along the lines of like, you're saying like, oh, someone should starve, or they should be homeless, or that's trash talking, which is really not cool. But making a moral judgment like this, saying that something is wrong, that's not trash talking. So I want to make that distinction, okay? I'm not trash talking. I'm making a moral distinction, a moral judgment in this sense, if that makes sense. Saying that this is not cool. And this is common sense. This should be common sense. But so many people suppress their conscience, and they become okay with all these different things that are just not okay. I mean, there's a lot of topics that people become okay with in this world that just isn't cool. And anyway, so he started to be, making more videos like that. And the thumbnails were getting more trashy, and I just kind of distanced myself, took a step back, and I was like, you know what? I can't be part of this news team. Excuse me. Even if I'm not the one, providing these news articles, to be associated, and our Twitters would be in the description. You know what I mean? The whole news team Twitters would be in the description of these videos. I'm like, I don't want to be associated with that. You know what I mean? And so I ended up quitting the team a couple days ago. And I wasn't going to make a rant on it, but then it's just something that's been really heavy on my mind because this is something I'm strong about. And I think what made it worse is the fact that I've always looked at Jimmy, I've always looked at Chaos like this respectable family man. You know what I mean? That, you know, he had higher, you know, I mean, all of us have fallen short, but I mean, compared to other YouTubers, he seemed to be cleaner, if you will, okay? For lack of a better phrase or terminology. And the fact that he's like a family man, and I'm a family man, and he's a family man, and, you know, I kind of respected that. You know what I mean? That was something I related to. And so I found it really kind of more, you know, heavy weighing the fact seeing him do it, you know, kind of include this into his content because of that relation, I felt, you know what I mean? And the fact of being part of the news team. So there was those two different kind of, you know, things to it. So that was one thing, right? And so that was one thing that just kind of, you know, made him more relatable. And so when I seen all this, I was really disappointed. It made me lose a lot of respect. And like I said, I quit the team because I didn't want to be associated with that. And then, you know, I seen them post last night, depending when you're watching this, last night at the time of recording anyways, a news article or news statement. I don't know what it was. I don't even know what it was. But they posted a super, super, super trashy picture with it. And I was like, dude, you know, like you got kids following your channel, man. I mean, what kind of, you know, I mean, as a YouTuber, you're always going to have role models. I mean, you're always going to be a role model to other people, you know what I mean? It's not an egotistic thing that I'm trying to make out of this, but I mean, I'm sure there's some people I influence on this channel, okay? And you got to be aware of that constantly when you're on YouTube, okay? No matter how big of a channel you are, you're influencing someone. And it's like, there's a lot of kids that follow Call of Duty. I don't know why it is, but there's a lot of kids. And so he has a lot of kids following this, man. And, you know, these kids are seeing this. It's not, first of all, it's not something for kids' eyes. It's not even something for adults' eyes, really. You know, it's not something that's really meant to be outside of the context of marriage, if you will. But even more so, it's not for kids to be seeing, you know what I mean? And what kind of image are you giving these kids, especially if they look up to you, you know what I mean, as a YouTuber? And you're just, you know, it's kind of giving the image that, you know, for the guys, the boys that watch your channel, it's kind of making making it seem like it's okay to, you know, objectify women. It's okay to treat them that way. And it's making, you know, the young woman feel like, oh, it's okay to be looked at that way. It's okay to be treated that way. And it's not. It's not. And again, as a family man, he has kids, he has daughters, he has sons. It's making his sons and daughters look at it that way too. I'm sure some of his older kids follow his channel and see his channel. When his other kids grow up, man, they're gonna look at his channel. They're gonna look it up. You know what I mean? It's gonna be there on the internet to go see, and they're gonna look at his channel and they're gonna see this. You know, they're gonna see this stuff. And so that is just something that's, to me, is just, you know, like, why would you want that image? Why would you want to portray that? Why would you want to seem like you're promoting that or condoning it? You know what I mean? And to me, that's just something that's like, it made me lose a lot of respect, and it got me fueled on the topic generally, not just towards, you know, what he's doing, but it got me fueled on the topic in general, because the general topic is that, you know, it's just not okay for any YouTuber to be doing that. It's just not okay to portray that. And I think people need to, you know, set a higher standard in this, you know, realm of things, because, you know, a lot of people just kind of, you know, shrug their shoulders and like, oh, well, everyone does it. Oh, it's normal. Oh, this, oh, that. Well, it's not, dude. It's just the fact that so many people have kind of suppressed the seriousness of it, that a lot of people just look at it like, you know, they shrug their shoulders. And it's not something to be shrugging your shoulders at, man. Don't go with the current. Go against it, man. Go against it. You know what I mean? Like, speak against it. Like say something, you know, stand against it. Don't go with it and condone it. You know what I mean? And so it's just something I'm really, really, really strongly on, you know, I'm strongly opinionated, viewed on. I don't know what word I'm trying to use right now. I have very strong feelings on this topic. Okay, let's put it that way. And so, you know, it just really disappointed me to see that from him. And in general, I hate seeing the fact that so many YouTubers do that. And, you know, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You know what I mean? Even if you're covering the topics, there's certain topics I think are inappropriate to cover, period. And I mean, I'm not even going to mention, you know, examples, but there's certain topics that are just inappropriate to cover, period. And there's other topics that you might be able to cover if you're trying to give a moral view on it, like saying like, this is not wrong, you know what I mean? Kind of like what I'm doing here, you know? That would be like, all right, but don't put like sleazy, you know, pictures in your thumbnails. Don't put, you know, it's not right. It's just not right. And I don't know what else to really say about this. I mean, to me, I'm really disappointed. It both angers me and hurts, you know, breaks my heart to see this so much in the world today, and to see this, you know, so it's just such a common thing. It's just really, really sad to see. So, like I said, my friends, go against the current, man. Don't be a part of this. Don't be a part of saying this is okay. Don't be a part of saying this is all right. It's not a big deal. It's a big deal. It's wrong. It's inappropriate. It's immodest. It's immoral. And it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So don't go with the current. Don't condone it. You know, go against it, and you know, fight for what's right, man. Seriously, fight for what's right. So that's my rant. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. You guys give me your views. There might be some debates, but like I said, morals are not subjective. They're never subjective, and you should never think they are, because despite what you think, morals are ingrained in our very being, in our conscience, you know, and they're not subjective. They're foundational in all of us, and whether you suppress them or not, they're there, and they're not subjective. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed the video, please smack the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the comment channel. Awesome stuff. And remember, don't go with the current. Go against it. Fight for what's right. I'll catch you guys next time. And until then, game on. Darkness taking over you.